The wail of sirens shattered the stillness of our quiet cul-de-sac, slicing through the dawn like a blade. Red and blue lights ricocheted off neatly trimmed rose bushes and stone birdbaths, casting an eerie glow over Willow Creek, our suburban haven. Military trucks rumbled to a halt outside my house, their engines growling as a fleet of local police cars hemmed them in. At the corner, near the community bulletin board, stood Monica, arms folded, her smirk sharp enough to cut glass, her phone still buzzing from the 911 call she'd just made. She had no idea she'd unleashed a storm by summoning half the county to interrogate a federal convoy on a classified mission. And the kicker? She thought she was the neighborhood savior. I leaned against my porch railing, coffee mug in hand, watching the chaos unfold like a gritty crime drama. Monica didn't know what kind of operation she'd tried to derail her, who I really was. But she was about to learn. It had been a crisp Thursday morning in October 2024, unremarkable until it wasn't. I just wrapped my morning run, scarfed down a bagel with cream cheese, and was gearing up for a critical job. I run a department of defense-certified logistics company, handling sensitive shipments. Think satellite comms, medical supplies, and high-tech gear for crisis response teams. Willow Creek, with its picket fences and soccer fields, wasn't exactly a hub for this kind of work, but after leaving active duty, I'd chosen it for its calm and proximity to my son's middle school. That calm, though, came with a price. Monica, the HOA's self-crowned enforcer. Monica was the HOA secretary, a title she wielded like a scepter. She was the type to measure your lawn with a ruler and fine you for a mailbox that leaned half an inch too far left. She'd once cited a teenager for flying a kite too close to power lines. Her binoculars were a neighborhood legend, always trained on some imagined infraction. Me? I'd never joined the HOA, which made me her personal nemesis. So the convoy rolled in 4 armored trucks, 2 tactical SUVs, and a sleek black van. She must have thought she'd hit the jackpot. I heard her sharp intake of breath from across the street as she scurried over, phone raised like a wannabe investigative journalist. The drivers, all business in their crisp uniforms, coordinated via radios, checking manifests with surgical precision. To Monica, it probably looked like an invasion straight out of a dystopian flick. She wasn't subtle, stomping up to the lead driver and snapping photos inches from his face. When he calmly asked her to back off for safety, she spun on her heel, dialed 911, and set the wheels of her own downfall in motion. The siren started minutes later, not 1 cruiser, but 6, followed by a K-9 unit, a supervisor's SUV, and, because why not, a news van tipped off by a scanner. Monica waved them down like she'd uncovered a terrorist plot. "I stopped the militia," she crowed to a deputy, pointing at my driveway. "They're hiding military gear here. It's illegal." The deputy bit back a grin. I strolled over, calm as ever, and introduced myself. "Officer," I said, "you're interrupting a federally authorized delivery. All documentation's inside. May I grab it?" I handed over my DoD contractor ID. The deputy's eyes flicked to Monica. "Ma'am," he said, voice dry as dust, "you filed a false report on a federal convoy. That's obstruction." Monica's jaw dropped. "But if you got guns," she sputtered. "They're transporting FEMA water purifiers and comms gear for disaster prep," I said, holding up a manifest. "Operation Swift Current. I'm clear to confirm it. Also, you just harassed National Guard personnel on active duty." Her mouth opened, closed, opened again, no sound. For once, she was mute. The deputy didn't let up. "You delayed a time-critical mission," he said. "There could be consequences." Monica turned crimson, then a shade closer to plum. "I was protecting us," she wailed. "From clean water?" I asked. The news crew, smelling a story, pounced. The reporter, a guy with a cheap suit and too much cologne, asked if I'd go on record. I passed, but Monica couldn't resist. She leapt into the frame, declaring, "I acted to keep this neighborhood safe. This is a family community, not a military base." The reporter blinked. "Ma'am, this was a scheduled FEMA operation." Monica faltered, then doubled down. "Well, it wasn't HOA approved." The crowd stifled laughs. not approved by the HOA. Forget the Pentagon or Homeland Security. If it didn't have Monica's stamp, it didn't exist. What I didn't see coming was the military's next move. 2 officers stayed behind, introducing themselves as federal liaisons. Her actions may have compromised a national operation, one said. She could face fines or worse. Monica, overhearing, shrieked about her rights. I didn't push it, but I landed a parting shot. She's just the HOA secretary. She doesn't speak for me. The convoy resumed, unloading crates by my garage. Monica stood frozen, neighbors whispering as her humiliation sank in. One guy snapped a selfie with an SUV. Another joked about nominating me for Neighbor of the Year. For once, Monica wasn't the one calling the shots. I thought that was the end. I was wrong. By nightfall, Monica was plotting. A letter slid under my door the next morning, HOA logo gleaming like a cheap crown. Signed by Monica, it accused me of unauthorized militarization and demanded I attend an emergency HOA meeting. It was laughable she was citing a federal operation as a violation of her bylaws. But Monica wasn't embarrassed. She was enraged. Her pride had been publicly shredded, and she was out for blood. I showed up at the Willow Creek Clubhouse at 7 p.m., the room packed with curious neighbors clutching coffee mugs and smirks. Monica sat at the head table, glasses perched like a judge about to deliver a verdict. Tonight, she intoned, we address the unauthorized military incursion that traumatized Willow Creek. She passed around blurry photos of the convoy, claiming they'd caused community distress. A board member, Tim, coughed. Wasn't that a FEMA delivery with police escort? Monica snapped. No one consulted the HOA. I stood. Monica, you called the cops on a legal federal operation, accused soldiers of being a militia, and now you're fining me for it? Her face reddened. This is about protocol, Nathan. Rules. No, I said, voice steady. This is about you thinking your HOA trumps the federal government. Laughter rippled. Monica slammed a binder open. Per Section 3C, heavy vehicles require 48-hour board approval. Tim sighed. Monica, that's for moving vans, not FEMA. More laughs. Monica pounded her pen. If Nathan won't comply, we'll issue a community-wide violation and pursue sanctions. Sanction. I said, you think you're the United Nations? The room went silent. I slid a folder across the table to D, authorizations, manifests, clearances. You tried to stop a classified operation, I said. Next time, it won't just be paperwork. The meeting dissolved into murmurs. Monica wasn't done, though. Her eyes burned with defiance. 2 days later, another letter arrived, this time from a neighborhood oversight council Monica claimed to have contacted. It was on flimsy paper with a fake seal, accusing me of logistics abuse. My wife, Emily, laughed. Is she for real? Dead serious, I said. Come stop playing nice. I called contacts at Military Logistics and Homeland Security, not to retaliate, but to document. Monica's interference was now on their radar. She didn't stop posting online about military intimidation, splicing old news clips to fake body cam footage. Neighbors called her out, but she kept digging, even trying to rally support to evict me. Every move failed, and her desperation grew. Then came the knock sharp official. Major Cassandra Holt, Army Civil Military Division, stood on my porch with 2 legal officers. Monica, spotting their vehicle, charged over, demanding to be heard. Holt didn't blink. Ma'am, you're trespassing, she said. Step back. Monica scoffed. I'm the HOA secretary. Holt's reply was ice, and I'm a federal officer. File a request through proper channels. This isn't your jurisdiction. Monica's face crumpled. Inside, Holt explained, Monica's 911 call had disrupted a FEMA stress test, triggering a data breach and internal reviews. This could escalate to the Department of Justice, she said. I handed over Monica's citations and fake letter. The legal officer snapped photos, muttering about potential charges. Monica spiraled. She posted rants claiming my house was a military target, waved a laminated HOA badge like a sheriff, and even tried to stop a mail truck for unauthorized routing. At a self-hosted meeting, she unveiled a slideshow with Google Maps screenshots, calling my shed a bunker. A retired Marine in the crowd walked out, shaking his head. Her petition to ban federal activity without HOA approval flopped. Neighbors sent her threats to the feds, and the noose tightened. The final blow landed quietly. A Homeland Security packet, hand-delivered, citing Monica's interference. DHS launched a community review, and federal vans swept through Willow Creek, interviewing residents. Monica tried to insert herself, flashing her badge, but agents brushed her off. When the convoy returned for drill trucks, drones, Conchi lost it, screaming, "I didn't approve this." Major Holt stepped in, handing her a Stafford Act warrant. "It's legal and binding," Holt said. "Stay clear, or you'll be detained." Monica deflated, retreating as neighbors gawked. The news caught wind, airing a segment. Local HOA leader probed for obstructing federal ops. Monica's interview, claiming she was a whistleblower, backfired. Neighbors posted her fake letter and rants online, and the HOA faced an audit. Her board seat was dissolved, the office locked. Monica vanished, her house sold overnight. At a block party, we celebrated with a grill, a bounce house, and a plaque on my lawn, Federal Drop Point, Willow Creek. Laughter drowned out the past. I spoke on air, not about Monica, but about trust and leadership. The clip went viral as Monica mess. Now Willow Creek thrives, new HOA, new vibe, no tyrants. The plaque stays, a reminder. Power built on ego crumbles when truth rolls in. What do you think? Was Monica a misguided protector or a power-hungry bully? Should HOAs have any say over federal operations? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe for more wild stories.